Hello students, earlier we have discussed about series resonance. Now we are going to discuss about parallel resonance. Okay, so here R, L, C are connected in parallel across a voltage source which is AC supply. Okay, the voltage source is the AC supply. You can see the symbol. Okay, because it is parallel circuit, current will divide. Okay, and voltage across each element is source voltage. We know that, right? Now, earlier the impedance for series RLC circuit was R plus J into XL minus XC. So to get the condition for resonance, we equated the imaginary term here. Here, this is real term, right? This is real term. So this is real term, and this is imaginary term. So the coefficient of our J operator is imaginary term, and remaining term is real term. Okay. So to get resonance condition for series RLC, we equated the imaginary. So whatever the circuit, you have to equate the imaginary term to 0, because at resonance there will be no imaginary part. Okay, that is XL minus XC is equated to 0. So that is omega L minus omega 1 by omega C was equated to 0. So you have obtained the expression for resonance frequency as omega equal to 1 by root LC, right? So this was for series RLC. Now let us discuss about parallel LC. For series circuit, we obtained impedance. Similarly, for parallel circuits, we are going to derive admittance here. You know admittance. What is admittance, right? That is Y equal to J plus B. So in series circuits, the reactance was 0. So this is reactance, right? Net reactance. Net reactance was made equal to 0, XL minus XC. But in parallel circuits, we are going to equate the susceptance, net susceptance equal to 0. Okay. So in parallel RLC condition, in parallel RLC, condition for resonance occurs when susceptance part is equal to 0. So what is the susceptance part? So let us derive admittance Y equal to 1 by R plus we have second element 1 by JXC capacitor, 1 by JXL, that is inductor. We have C 3 RLC elements. So I have obtained admittance for 3 elements here. So here imaginary part is 1 by R plus J into the imaginary part will be coefficient of J operator, that will be omega C minus omega L. Omega C minus 1 by omega L. So at resonance the susceptance will be equal to 0, which is the imaginary part. Okay, so I am going to equate this to 0. So that will be equal to omega C minus 1 by omega L equal to 0, which will bring the resonance frequency in radians per second 1 by root LC, 1 by root 2 pi root LC in hertz. Okay, so in series RLC the current was maximum, but in parallel RLC at resonance the current is minimum. So these are very important points. Okay, for series RLC circuit at resonance the current is maximum, because the impedance will be only due to resistance, and impedance was minimum for series RLC. But for parallel RLC, the current is minimum, but the impedance is maximum. Okay, you need to remember these things. Now let us see the admittance characteristics, the voltage and current characteristics here for parallel RLC. Okay, so here current is minimum means for parallel RLC current is minimum at resonance. So this is the resonance condition. Okay, that is, you can see this is the red color curve is a current curve and blue color one is a voltage curve. You can see the current at resonance condition in the frequency of the supply equal to resonance frequency, the current is very much less, that is it is at a minimum position, it is at its minimum position, I minimum, and voltage is maximum. Okay, at resonance frequency f naught, current is minimum, voltage is maximum. Okay, and impedance is also maximum, because Z equal to V by I, V is maximum, I is minimum, so Z will obviously maximum. Okay, so now let us see the bandwidth here. So bandwidth is, we know the difference between two cutoff frequencies f2 minus f1 or omega 2 minus omega 1. Okay, so for parallel circuits bandwidth was equal to R by L. For series circuits it is 1 by RC. This is for series RLC, this is for parallel RLC. Okay, so you need to remember these things. Now let us see the quality factor for parallel RLC, that is 2 pi into maximum energy stored by energy dissipated per cycle. So here there are few modifications here. The energy storage will happen in inductor or capacitor. Energy dissipation will happen in resistor. We already know this, right? So now let us see what is the quality factor for inductor in parallel RLC. So Q in case of parallel RLC is, in case of inductor, what is the maximum energy stored? That is half into L into current through the inductor IL square, equal to what is the current through inductor for parallel RLC? That is V by XL, that is V by omega L whole square. Similarly, energy dissipated will be energy dissipated across the resistor in parallel RLC circuit. That is IR by root 2 whole square into R into T, where I in parallel RLC is V by R. So in place of I am replacing it with V by R whole square into R into T. So that will come up like V square into T by 2 into R. So let us derive the quality factor for inductor in case of parallel RLC circuit, that is Q equal to 2 pi into energy stored is half Li square by energy dissipated is V square into T by 2 into R. So the quality factor for inductor in case of parallel RLC at resonance is R by omega L. Okay, now let us see the same for capacitor. Energy stored in a capacitor is half CV square. Energy dissipated is same value. So let us substitute them. So the quality factor will be omega CR for parallel RC circuit. This is for parallel RL. This is for This is for quality factor in inductor. This is for quality factor for inductor in parallel RLC. Okay, and this is quality factor for capacitor in parallel RLC. So if you observe, this is reciprocal of what you obtained in series RLC. For series RLC, quality factor for inductor was omega L by R. For series RLC, quality factor for capacitor was 1 by omega C, reciprocal of this value. So for parallel RLC, the entire quality factor will be R root C by L, which was 1 by R root L by C for series RLC. Now let us see magnification in case of parallel RLC. So in series RLC, the magnification occurs for current. Okay, but here in case of parallel RLC, the magnification occurs to current here. The current will be magnified. Okay, because that was series circuit. Here this is parallel circuit. Okay, current magnification occurs for parallel circuit. Okay, so at resonance, the voltage applied to the parallel circuit B equal to I into R. Okay, so impedance is maximum, so the current will only flow through the resistor. That will be voltage applied V equal to I into R. Since inductor current IL is V by XL, so V is I into R by XL is omega L. So this can be modified as I into R by omega L, where R by omega L is nothing but quality factor for inductor. So I can replace IL equal to Q into I, where Q is quality factor. You can obtain Q equal to IL by I from here. From here, Q equal to IL by I. Similarly, for capacitor, IC equal to V by XC. V into XC is 1 by omega C, that will be V omega C, where V is I into R. This can be replaced with I into omega CR, where omega CR is quality factor. So I can write IC, current through capacitor in parallel RLC, equal to I into quality factor Q. So quality factor Q can be obtained as Q equal to IC by I, current through capacitor by current through network at resonance condition. Okay, where I is the current through network at resonance condition, that is current through resistor. Now let us see the admittance curve here. Okay, so here admittance is also minimum because impedance is maximum at resonance. Admittance is minimum at resonance. Similarly, the current is minimum at resonance. This is Y minimum or I minimum. Okay, the current will be minimum at resonance frequency in case of parallel RLC. Okay, for parallel RLC. Okay, now let us have one problem. So let us compare the things comparison between series and parallel resonant circuits. Okay, so here on the left side we are having the parameters to compare between series and parallel circuits. Okay, so let us first thing we are going to compare is power factor. Okay, so power factor is unity for both the circuits at resonance. Okay, now let us see the current. Current is maximum in case of series resonance circuits, and hence it is called acceptor circuit. Okay, series resonance circuit is also called as acceptor circuit. So this is one of the famous question for objective. And what about parallel resonance circuit? Current at resonance is minimum for parallel resonance circuit, hence it is called rejector circuit. Okay, and about impedance and admittances, for series circuit at resonance it has minimum impedance but maximum admittance. Okay, since it has maximum current, it will be having minimum impedance. Similarly, for parallel resonance circuit, impedance is maximum, so ideally it will be open actually. So ideally parallel resonance circuit at resonance will be having infinite impedance in resonance, and ideally series resonance circuit will be having zero impedance at resonance ideally. Okay, ideally their series circuit is having zero impedance, and practically it will be having minimum impedance. Ideally parallel circuit will be having infinite impedance, practically it will be having maximum impedance. Okay, if impedance is maximum, admittance will be minimum. Okay, now let us talk about reactance or susceptance. Okay, we know that to obtain the resonance condition we are going to make the net reactance to zero. That means the net reactance in the circuit is zero at resonance condition for series circuit, and similarly for parallel circuit the net susceptance is equal to zero. Okay, now coming to quality factor, this 1 by r root L by C for RLC series circuit. Okay, and it is R root C by L for RLC parallel circuit. Okay, and the values of this quality factor will be different for different parallel circuits. Okay, for inductor it is omega L by R in case of series circuit, and capacitor is omega CR. For parallel circuit is R by omega L, and it is omega CR for capacitor. So the parallel quality factor will be reciprocal or inverse of series quality factor. You can see this, right? Okay, now let us talk about bandwidth. Bandwidth is difference between two cutoff frequencies. For series RLC it is R by L, for parallel RLC it is 1 by RC. Okay, and talking about resonance frequency, it is same for both series and parallel RLC circuits. Okay, now let us do some problems. Now let us solve this. Here we have a circuit, parallel circuit consisting of RLC. So we need to find resonant frequency, currents in all the branches, and quality factor of the circuit. Okay, so let us write down the given data first. Given data. So we are given with the source current. Here it is source current, right? It is AC current, that is IS. Let us IS is source current. It is a current source instead of a voltage source. The circuit is supplied with current source. IS equal to 2 at an angle of 0 degrees. So this angle will make you to understand it is a AC current. Okay, now the resistance value given in the circuit is 400 ohms, inductance is 0.5 Henry, and capacitance equal to 200, peak micro is 10 power minus 6 farads. Okay, now we need to find resonance frequency. So you know the formula to find resonance frequency. So first thing we are going to find is the to be find are to be found. What are the things to be found? First one is resonant frequency, F0 or FR. Second one is current through each element, IR, IL, and IC. Third one is quality factor. Okay, now let us find one by one. First I am going to find resonant frequency. So expression for resonant frequency F0 equal to 1 by 2 pi root L into C. So we have all the values. Let us substitute them in here. Okay, that equal to 1 by 2 pi root L value is 0.5 into capacitance is 200 into 10 power minus 6 farads. That will be equal to 15.91 H. Okay, now we have found resonant frequency of the circuit. We need to write down the answer clearly for every problem. Okay, even I forgot to mention, you need to write down it. Resonant frequency f naught equal to 15.91 hertz, right? Now let us find the second parameter, that is current through each element. So how can you find current? We need to find IR, that will be, here the supply is not voltage, it is current, right? So current will divide among these elements. Okay, so at resonance the current through the resistance is the same as the current from the source. Okay, at resonance condition, at resonance current through resistor is same as the current from the source. Okay, so IR is equal to current, supply current, that is equal to 2 amperes. Okay, this is the current under resonance condition. So we need to find the voltage across this parallel branch so that we can find the current through each element. Okay, so what is the voltage across parallel branch? Let us assume, let B be the voltage across parallel circuit. Okay, so this will be same for all the elements, so that V can be found by IR into R value, because current through resistor is known, that is 2 amperes, and current resistance value is also known, that is 400 ohms. So we can find V, which equal to 2 into 400, which will be having same phase because it is resistor voltage. Okay, so the network voltage is 800 volts. Now we can find the current through parameters elements. Okay, so first thing I am going to find is current through inductor, that equal to P by JXL, right? V is 800 at 0 degrees, XL is omega into L, it is 2 pi f into L value given in the circuit. What is the value of L here? That was 0.5 Henry, 0.5 Henry, and at an angle of 90 degrees. Here J will give you 90 degrees, right? So that will be equal to 16 with an angle of minus 90 degrees. Here the frequency at this condition is resonance frequency, right? Okay, at this condition frequency is resonant frequency, where here frequency is f equal to resonant frequency, that is equal to 15 point, what is the resonant frequency of time? That is 15.91 Hz. Okay, now let us find IC, that is V by minus JXC, that is JV into omega C, right? That is J will add 90 degrees phase shift, so 800 at an angle of 0 degrees into omega is 2 pi into resonant frequency is 15.91. Okay, into capacitance value is 200 into 10 power minus 6. Okay, so this value will be leading by 90 degrees because it is having operator J operator, right? This is 90 degrees. Now the voltage, the current through capacitor IC is equal to 16 at an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, here you can see the current through capacitor is leading by 90 degrees. Okay, but current through inductor is lagging by 90 degrees. You should understand these things. Okay, so value units are amperes. Now let us find the final parameter that is to be found, that is quality factor of the circuit, Q. So for it is a parallel RLC, you can find it. by R root L by C, because you have R, L, C values. R, you can also find Q equal to, it can be IL by IR, supply voltage, or supply current, or IC by supply current. So you will get same value here. So I'm finding it using IL by IC because the currents are same, that is 8. So quality factor of the circuit is 8. It has no units because it is a ratio between same quantities. Okay, now let us take second problem. So here is the second problem. In the parallel resonant circuit, determine resonant frequency, dynamic resistance, and bandwidth for the given circuit. Okay, we are given with a circuit which is having a resistor and inductor in series and in parallel with a capacitor. So this is not a parallel RLC circuit. Okay, so we cannot directly find the resonance frequency here because the resonance frequency expression will be different for this circuit because it is not parallel RLC. So this is actually a practical coil in parallel with a capacitor. So this is practical inductor. Coil is nothing but inductor, right? LP is a practical coil. So practical coil can be replaced with a inductor, pure inductor in series with a resistor. This is L and RL. Okay, so this practical inductor will be having its own internal resistance because it is made of a conductor. The conductor will be also be having minimum small resistance. That resistance is called internal resistance. This RL is called internal resistance. That means a practical resistor and a capacitor are connected in parallel here. Okay, so we need to find the resonance frequency for this circuit. So let us try to find the expression for resonant frequency here. How can you find expression for resonant frequency? So resonance frequency will happen when susceptance of parallel circuit. So at resonance frequency, susceptance of parallel circuit is 0. That means we are going to find the susceptance of this circuit and we are going to make it equal to 0. Then we will be getting the expression for our resonant frequency. Okay, so let us try to find the susceptance. Because it is a parallel network, let us find the admittance. So admittance will be having two terms in conductance and second one is susceptance. So we are going to equate the susceptance value, which is imaginary part, okay, to 0. We are going to equate this B to 0 so that we are going to get the expression for our resonant frequency. So if you have a circuit which is not a parallel RLC or series RLC, you are going to find the expression for impedance in case of series network and you are going to get resistance and net reactance. So then you are going to equate this imaginary part, that is coefficient of J operator, to 0 to find omega R expression. In parallel network, you are going to find admittance and you are going to equate the J operator coefficient to 0, then you are going to get omega R. Okay. Now let us find the admittance of the given circuit. Here I have considered that we have a resistor and inductor are connected in series like this and a capacitor C here. This is R, this is L. So these two are in series. So the Z will be Z1, this is Z2. So Z1 is R plus J omega L. This is 1 by minus J omega C. So this is 1 by J omega C, not minus. This is 1 by J omega C. Okay. Now we are going to find the admittance of the circuit. Okay. So this will be 1 by Z1. Admittance will be 1 by Z1 plus 1 by Z2. That is 1 by Z1 is, so here Z is minus J omega C. 1 by Z1 is R plus J omega L plus 1 by Z2 is minus JXC. Okay. So by rationalizing this expression here, so I am going to multiply here with R minus J omega L and divide with R minus J omega L. This is called rationalizing a complex number. Okay, I have rationalized it and the expression obtained here is r minus j omega L by r square plus omega L whole square plus j omega c. So we have a j coefficient and a real part. This is real part, this is imaginary part. This imaginary part in admittance is called our susceptance, right? This is our susceptance. So at resonance the susceptance should be 0, so I'm going to make it to 0, that is omega L by, so this real part here G is having 1 by R dynamic. This is called dynamic resistance, which is called in the, which is asked in the question. Okay, so we can use this expression for dynamic resistance. R dynamic equal to, this is inverse of it, so that will be R square plus omega L whole square by R. This is our dynamic resistance. Okay, we will use it later. Now I have equated the susceptance part to 0, that is omega L by R square plus omega L whole square minus omega c equal to 0. So you can cancel out these two because they are common. Okay, the expression will be like this, and I am going to get the omega square to one side. Okay, so I am shifting this R square to other side, that will be L by c minus R square, and I have transferred this L square here to the other side, that will be denominator of L square, and you can cancel out this L and L square here, and the expression for resonance frequency for the given circuit is equal to 1 by 2 pi under root 1 by LC minus R by L whole square H. Okay, we have found the resonance frequency for the given circuit. Okay, you can also find the resonance frequency of the any circuit using this formula. So the method is, for series you are going to find, for series circuit you are going to find impedance, for parallel circuit you are going to find admittance, and you are going to differentiate them, but you are going to segregate them into real part and imaginary part. Okay, so here for parallel circuit we will be having J plus G plus JB. For series circuit you are going to have R plus JX. So you are going to equate X equal to 0 in case of series circuit, and you are going to equate the B equal to 0 in case of parallel circuit. So you are going to get omega R expression here. Okay, so this is the method. Now we have to find the resonant frequency here. Okay, now let us find it. Now let us substitute the values here. So resonant frequency equal to, I am substituting the values of inductor and capacitor and resistor here, 1 by 2 pi 1 by L value is 1 millihenry. So 1 into 10 power minus 3 into C value is 10 microfarad, that is 10 into 10 power minus 6, minus R value is 2, L value is 1 into 10 power minus 3 whole square. Okay, in hertz. So the value obtained after calculating this is 1559.4 hertz. Okay, this is your resonant frequency of the given circuit, F0 or FR. Okay, now let us find the dynamic resistance. So what is the expression for dynamic resistance? That is this one, R square plus omega L whole square by R of the given circuit. So dynamic resistance is nothing but resistance of the circuit at resonance. Okay, we are going to find the second parameter, that is dynamic resistance at resonance. Okay, so that RD equal to R square plus omega L square plus omega L whole square by R. Okay, so if you substitute omega, which equal to resonance frequency from our resonance frequency expression, that equal to 1 by LC minus R by L whole square, because this is resistance at resonance frequency, we are going to apply the omega R equal to resonance frequency. Okay, so by substituting those values you are going to get RD equal to L by CR. L by RC. So this is the dynamic resistance or dynamic impedance of the circuit. Impedance. It is impedance at resonance. Okay, this is not resistance, this is impedance at resonance. So RD is free from frequency now. So impedance, the dynamic resistance equal to L, that is 1 into 10 power minus 3, 1 millihenry by 2 into 10 into 10 power minus 6 L. So RD is equal to 50 ohm. This is the impedance of the circuit under resonance condition. Now let us find the bandwidth. So how can you find bandwidth? So we have expression for bandwidth equal to resonance frequency by quality factor. Okay, so you need to find the quality factor of the inductor, that is omega R L by. So quality factor for inductor is omega R L by R, right? So let us find the quality factor for inductor. Omega R is nothing but resonance frequency. Okay. So what was the resonance frequency value we have found? That is 1559.4 Hz, right? Into 1 into 10 power minus 3 by resistance value is 2. Okay. This is frequency, right? Not in, this is in Hz. So that I'm going to divide it with, I'm going to multiply it with 2 pi. So that will be our resonant frequency in radians per second. So you are going to get the quality factor of inductor as Q equal to 4.898. So I'm going to substitute this Q here. The bandwidth equal to resonance frequency is 1559.4. Okay, by quality factor is 4.898 in hertz. Okay, that is 2000.4 radians. Actually it is in radians now. You can convert it to hertz if you want. Okay, so actually, so the applied value here is in radians, that is 2 pi into 1559.4. then you are going to get the value in radians, not in hertz. Okay, so this is about the problem. So I will be giving you few problems as assignment 9. Okay, regarding this AC circuit analysis and resonance and parallel resonance. Okay, so this is about series and parallel resonance. Okay, thank you.